everyone, welcome to today's field trip. We'll get started in just a minute. Feel free to gather your supplies, the beverage, and we'll get started shortly. Also in the chat, I'll put some of the supplies you might want. Bring whatever you want though, but just some suggestions to get you started. I see some people telling us where they're calling in from today. That's awesome. If you'd like to tell us where you are, great. You'd also like to tell us what your favorite thing to collage with is. Do you have a favorite material that you like to use? And I'm going to go ahead and fade that music out a bit. I love to see the energy. Welcome everyone, my name is Megan. I'm your field trip support. I'm here to help you with Zoom or technology when that gets in the way. If you have any issues, send me a message and I am here to help you out and give you a successful experience. We like to start our field trips with something we call screen confetti. And you're already kind of doing it. It's bringing that human element into the room. If you can turn your cameras on for a minute, we'd love to see some jazz hands, maybe some stretches or a wave, even just a smile. It really yeah, it starts us off on the right note. It's fantastic. All right, if you'd like to leave your cameras on, we would love that. If you can't, no pressure, we totally understand. And I'm going to turn us over to Jean to get us started.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Thank you for all the jazz hands and the confetti. That really sets the mood. I love that. She's going to do the other. Okay. I am so happy to be doing this Collage Connect with Creative Mornings Field Trips because I don't have to do anything but play now. They're going to manage the technology. They're going to manage the chat and letting people in. It's lovely. So my name's Jean Blackwell-Font. I am in Miami, Florida. I am a member of the chapter for Creative Mornings here in Miami. I've been doing, well, I'm a visual artist. I do collage. I do assemblage. I'm in my studio. We're all together in our virtual studios today. So thanks for joining. I appreciate that. And Collage and Connect is something that I've been doing for about 2 years now. We have a lovely community of people all over the globe that join once a month, usually on a third Thursday. And we sit for an hour and we do a little creative play. And that's really what this is about. It is not a class. It's not a workshop. This is an hour of creative play. You are committing an hour to your own creativity. I firmly believe that as grown-ups, we don't get enough time to play. So, you know, roll back into kindergarten. You had scissors, you had glue, you had no rules except not to hurt anyone, right? Don't touch other people's stuff. But no coloring in the lines, no judgment, no restrictions. We're going to play. I'm going to give you a prompt, and I have been inspired. I had a different prompt in my head, but the morning music has given me a new prompt. Our prompt is going to be journey, right? The prompt for me, I'm one of those people, you sit me down at a table with a bunch of stuff, workshops, classes, whatever. Okay, make something. I don't have any ideas. I don't know where to start. And I sit watching everybody else making stuff and I just feel kind of lost. So I need a prompt. So for those of you who need a prompt, our prompt is journey. And you can use whatever materials you want, collage or not, follow the prompt or not. Again, there's no rules. It's just play. And as we go along with our journey prompt, if you have questions about technique, materials, supplies, whatever, feel free to ask. I know that, you can raise your hand and they're going to monitor questions and things like that. This is not a save your questions for the end kind of thing. We're just going to play. We're going to play. And, if you turn off your cameras, that's great. You can leave your mics on or off. Again, no rules, no judgment, do what you like, but I really love the sound of paper tearing. So while you're making your work, we can create this cacophony of paper tearing and just being creative. I love that. I think that's all for now. I think that's all I can think of to tell you, because again, it's your play and I don't want to take away from it. We'll do this for an hour. Toward the end, I like to do show and tell. So at the end, if you would like to share what you've been working on for the past hour, I know, raise your hand and we'll just create a whole long list of people who want to share what they've done. And again, it's no judgment, no rules. It's just fun. We're kind of dipping back into our childhood where we didn't really care what people thought of what we did and what we made because we loved it. And this is what we're doing, creative play. So there you go. Have at it. If you have questions again, and I'll remember to check the chat every once in a while, but I know that the lovely ladies with Creative Morning and Field Trips, they'll make me aware of your questions as well. And there are people on here from all over the world. I mean, I'm seeing Mumbai, India, and Minnesota, and Pittsburgh, and I just everywhere. So we all have different ideas and we all have different resources. So if you have a question about something, ask. This creative community will have answers that you may not have expected or anticipated. And I love that about creating this kind of a community around collage and creativity. So there you go. That's it. We're here. We play. Go to work. And I am excited to see what you guys do with the prompt journey. I was originally going to say something else, but I really think I like that prompt. What kind of journey will you go on? Let's see. I'll see if we have. Look at that. We have Massachusetts and Michigan and, like I said, Minnesota. There's so many people from all over the world. I love this. This is one thing that I love about the internet. This is the good side of the internet. There's like the dark side and the light side. This is the light side of the internet. We get to connect with all of these amazing people from everywhere who share a love for creativity and expanding flexing your creative muscle, I guess. And hi, Deborah. I know there are some familiar faces in here. It's not Deborah. Deborah's part of our usual group. We do this, like I said, once a month. And Deborah's up there near Chicago. It's probably cold right now, huh, Deborah? Yeah. Oh, no. Journey. I'm wondering, do you guys hear the Spanish music playing in the background? There's somebody else. Okay, good. Like we're in this warehouse district and there's someone maybe 2 or 3 doors down and they are blasting their music. I hear it and I was wondering if you guys heard it. Should do some music. Could we play some music? Megan, could you maybe put something?
I'll add some in 1 sec.
That would be awesome. Just awesome. Thank you.
Nancy in the chat is wondering if you'll tilt your camera down. Do you want us to see it as you work or do you want us all just to be doing our own thing?
it's really just what we're all doing. I mean, right now I'm just looking at magazines. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. You don't have to look at my face. I can do that. Does that help? Like right now, I'm just looking, and I don't know. I guess I could talk a little bit about the process too. For me, it is helpful not to think too much about the images that I want. I really just sort of, you skim. And when something catches your eye, oh, I like that. When something catches your eye, you just, think about, oh, I like that too. Think about how you can add these things into your composition. And I tend to be very heavy in imagery. I keep trying to make my collage try to be more minimalistic, bare images, less is more. And that doesn't really, it's good in theory, but it doesn't actually work for me somehow. So really what I do, I do not want you. Okay, we're going to skip over all the germs and the bugs and the bacteria. Yeah, so I just kind of, don't think too much. And for those of you who are, you get stuck in your process and you start thinking too hard about what you want to do, turn a magazine upside down. This will interfere with the imagery that comes into your head, and you'll begin to see colors and shapes instead of the actual images. And that creates a bigger possibility for a wider range of images and colors and things that might get included. Someone had told me that, and I just thought it was brilliant. It's a great solution to a problem, where we get stuck in our own heads. This prevents it. Exactly. And also think about, colors. Like there's a nice deep blue here. Think about colors, not even shapes, not figures as much. Sometimes you just need a nice little pop of color in your, how about a pair of shoes for the journey? Swatchy shoes for the journey. That sounds good. So as you see, I'm really kind of flying through the magazines, and it doesn't have to be a magazine. It can be a newspaper. It can be catalogs. It can be old Christmas cards or, holiday cards, birthday cards, just pieces of paper bag, tissue, anything really. And a lot of my collage, I end up including old costume jewelry or, marbles and baubles and all sorts of things. So there's, again, no rules, no judgment, whatever catches your fancy, that really is it. And it's an hour of play. Remember, it's play. Nobody's going to judge you on this. You're not getting a grade on this. No client is paying for this time. This time is yours. And when was the last time you got to play? Go on a journey. Thank you. Yeah, actually, someone's mentioning that they're going to use photography. I mean, obviously, photo collage is a thing. I mean, doing collage on a computer with your photos is another great way to tap into either skills you already have or skills you want to develop, or using photos that you already have, printing them out and including them. It's there's so many ways to communicate an idea visually, and for me, collage is just so approachable. You don't really have to have any quote unquote artistic skills. Like you don't have to be a good painter, or you don't have to have amazing drawing skills. You just have to have a little bit of creativity and a little bit of like freedom. You give yourself the permission to just play. And when we're playing, we realize it's not something important. And that's kind of why I call it creative play, because I take away that level of importance. You're not creating a masterpiece. We're just making something. Sometimes really interesting things happen in that process. You discover maybe something new about technique or a process or a different way to use a material. And sometimes you find something out about yourself. And I know everybody. I'm wondering how many of you. Let's see. I like that. Yes, journey has a diverse concept. Yes, Sharon, that's the idea. I like to pick words that you have multiple meanings, or different levels of translation. So journey that was Megan's fault. She was playing that song, and I'm like, yes, that's the word. That's the word. So thank you for that inspiration. I was wondering how many of you have a practice of collage already. Maybe you should. Yeah, I thank you. I love to be with my people. Oh yes, vision boards. That's a great point. Ariane, that's a great point. Vision boards, that is a practice of collage, really. And yeah, I love vision boards. I have a lot of people who really connect vision boards right to the collage practice. So yeah, this could be a journey of where you want to go, right? This could be a future journey that you're creating a vision board for. Like, let me put these fancy shoes, I think, on my journey. And so I started Collage and Connect, like I said, probably about 2 years ago. It was during the pandemic. And I had some other things happening with me that I was really looking for my own joy. I was trying to reconnect to my joy. And I wasn't quite sure. I mean, like I said, I'm a visual artist, but I wasn't really sure what would make me happy. So I was kind of working through that. And between the pandemic, trying to connect with people, of course, we all learned how to use Zoom if we hadn't used it before. And I came across this idea to collage and connecting with people who love this or want to explore their own creativity, reconnecting with joy. So that's really where this came from. And as I have, I have a whole drawer of collages that I did through this process that probably no one will ever see again, but they're just part of my process. And That's kind of why I say there's no rules, there's no judgment, just people are just playing. And this may not be something that you ever look at again or think about again. The process that we are in, I think, is so important. Experimenting and playing. I'm glad you guys are here today.
Jean, if it's okay with you, I'm going to give everyone the opportunity or the ability to unmute so that they can join in and chat with you.
That's great.
So if anyone wants to speak up.
Thanks for that, Deborah. I saw that you added the Collage magazine. Yeah, it's a great resource if you're looking for ideas, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They also have a conference once a year, usually in New Orleans. And I think what's really cool about it, they put an academic spin on collage, but anybody can go. And while you're listening to the speakers, all the tables have mats at them. So each person has a mat, scissors, a stack of magazines, and glue. So you collage while you listen to these academics who are looking at historical collage or modern collage. It's really pretty cool play group of people. Very kind.
Now, I saw someone who was asking about, can I talk more about how collage helps me connect to my joy? For me, it's about reconnecting to play. Like I said, we don't get to play enough. Everything is so structured and organized and scheduled out. You have a calendar you have to, commit to, and assignments and deadlines, and it's just so much. I was thinking, do I like to walk? Do I like to, what are the things I like to do? And collage was definitely one of them. So I kind of like, okay, fine, I'll sit here and play, I'll sit here and make a collage. I kind of like begrudgingly walk into it, but just sitting here and not thinking, not worrying, it really helped open up space in my psyche, loosen up. And by loosening up, I was able to just kind of reconnect with my joy again, not being stressed out, not thinking about, everything else that's going on. I just focused on, I'm cutting paper. I'm just cutting paper. I'm going to glue this down. Let's see what happens. What does this look like? What do I want to do with this? And it's, it's almost like a meditation, but it's a moving. All you're thinking about is what you're doing right now. Being present in the moment, I think, has a lot to do with tapping into your joy. You don't get a lot of opportunity to be present in the moment. So I think that is part of what helps to reconnect to the creativity that I had. I couldn't find it.
Jean, you've been so generous with giving the space and time to the group of us over the last couple of years. I think you were one of the first.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. It just, it means a lot to me. That means a lot to me. I think we all need more time to play. That's all. So I'm getting closer. Something, I don't know what.
And thanks to Creative Mornings also. Really, it changed my life for soon 2 years.
Yes. Field trips have been amazing. It was such a great idea to start them, and they have been fantastic. It's really helpful. I agree.
It's interesting because I was studying up until the summer, and I did so much of it on Zoom that I didn't do anything like this during the pandemic, because I was just like, no computers. And I've just rediscovered this now, and I'm like, oh, thank you.
You missed so much. Welcome back. Yeah, there are some good things happening on the computer.
I was going to say that I was working in a pottery studio before the first lockdown, and haven't been back to the studio in 2.5 years, but discovered people were doing collage around broken pottery. So there's I'm going to stick one in the chat, a link to this woman who did he does these like paintings and then cuts them into pieces and represents them as collages of broken pottery. And it just opened up a whole other way of doing stuff for me. So I've come to one of your sessions before, Jean, and it's really fantastic. And thank you.
Yeah, along that same vein, I wanted to share a story about my first experience with collage. I had this like absolutely wonderful art teacher when I was in school, and she was this master printmaker and created these gorgeous waves with her prints. And I always wondered how she managed to do it. And she finally told us one day in class, and she would make her prints and then she'd cut them up and collage them to make something else. And I always thought that was so crazy, because I can't imagine making something that I'm proud of and then cutting it up and making something new out of it. But I really like that idea. And I think there's something to be said for taking your own art and making something new out of it too.
That's beautiful. Yeah, I always try to remind myself nothing is too precious that it can't be destroyed and made into something else.
There's a woman in I forget where I saw her, in Georgia or North or South Carolina somewhere, Laura Dinello, I think is her name, and she makes these beautiful painted canvases, and then she cuts them into strips and then pieces and organizes them into new mosaics of painted canvas pieces, so they look like paintings, sort of like mosaics, and they're amazing. And it's also the same kind of process of like, yeah, the kill your darlings thing, right? It's so cool to see when people do that. So I've been trying to play around with like doing that with my own work this year and using that for collage.
Oh, and I love Robin says kill your darlings. That's perfect. Exactly. Thank you. This is exactly what I needed today. Always perfect. All right, and there's a great debate about glue or glue sticks. Who's for glue sticks? Oh, wait, we have a glue stick. There you go. I like glue, and I use it quite often. Just like, you know, liquid almost. And I do it can create this ripple that may not be intentional. I have shifted over to the glue stick. I can't find it.
I think it depends on the medium. Sometimes I use glue, sometimes a glue stick, sometimes the nori glue. Today I'm using a hot glue gun because I'm working with a new medium. I'm making little birds with foil wings that I'm embossing with a pen. That they're going to go on a journey.
That's incredible.
You're being fancy today, Deborah.
That's really incredible.
Something a little different. So I go to a dollar store near me. We have an idea store. It's for artists and teachers or anybody, and they have recycled things that you can pick up for like 25 cents a pound. But these are old pie tins that some have nothing, some have some pattern, and I'm using for the wings of my birds.
Oh, fancy. So yeah, the glue gun is a necessity.
There's my first movie.
Oh yeah, no, Deborah is she's near Illinois. She's in Illinois.
I'm from Chicago, but I'm living in Urbana, Illinois, near the University of Illinois, the main campus.
I was wondering if you were in California.
Yeah, because I've heard
I
of
wish.
like art supplies that actually there's a place. I think it's in Berkeley where people just like donate their leftover art supplies and then
They
send
do that too.
Yeah, amazing.
I love that. Olivier made a drawing. He's not doing the, look at that. He's celebrating, Olivier is celebrating Creative Mornings.
Oh, yay.
Love that. Oh, hang on. Is Jody here too?
Look for the cat.
Let's see everybody. Jody, are you in here?
Towards the bottom, Jean.
Yay!
Towards the bottom.
Is it okay if I pipe in and say hello to a couple of classmates here? I know Deborah and Jody from another teacher that we go to.
Yes.
It's so nice to see everybody.
Hey, like,
Yeah, we find that there are so many possibilities now on online. There's workshops and classes and everything else. So oftentimes when people hop into our Collage and Connect, they run into people from other classes, and we've made real friendships through this. Just the connection around the creative.
Yeah.
I'm going to be looking for your classes for sure.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Let's see. I'm gonna.
Andrew's a very good artist.
Oh, no, you are.
We all are. We all are creative.
That is true. Okay, I'm gonna put in the chat. I'm gonna put we just talked talking about the thing. You can find us on our website. You can find the link to more of these. We're gonna do. Yeah. Well, I actually have the schedule up. I have the schedule planned for the rest of the year. For next year, I am on top of things.
You are.
No, it's just collaging.
You have a lot going on right now at your studio.
Oh yes, yes. It's Miami has this crazy time of the year called Miami Art Week, which Art Basel happens every November 30th, December 5th or 6th. It used to happen on a weekend, and now it's a whole week. And there's a lot going on in Miami. There's so many of like blue chip galleries and galleries from around the world. There's great opportunities to see amazing work that we just wouldn't see in time.
Yeah.
We're lucky enough we're doing 2 creative play events. One next week and there's one the first weekend of December. So there's, we're really trying to share our love for creativity, not just art. I mean, we're artists, and we know that artists are so important. But part of this idea is that everybody is an art. We're all born artists. In kindergarten, everyone is an artist, and then there's the whole story. By the time you get to middle school, you might have one brave kid for that because they're an artist. By high school, unless they're taking art classes, very few people will commit to admit I'm an artist. And as you get older, you move through that, and and life becomes busy, and you give up on your creativity. But we like to remind people that even just baking a cake without a recipe, that's creative. Putting your clothes together and your makeup and the colors and the, designing, putting your house together in a certain way that suits you, that's creative. The skills that come from creativity feed so much of our lives. They provide tools for us to, to cope and to live and to thrive. So that's kind of why I like to just reconnect with creativity through something as simple as collage or making marks on it. I think you put an easel with a pad paper and some markers and just let people play. Anyway, anytime you can tap into that, I think it's just good. It's just good for for everyone. Simplifying. I love that. I hear people coloring. I love being in your studio, everyone. Collective virtual studio.
It's so nice to have everything at our fingertips.
Yes.
Chanel number 5 on. Have everything at our fingertips.
Literally.
Oh, I like that. Anyone who creates is an artist. Yes. Say actors and actress. I like that. We all are actors, right? Creators in some way. You know, it's just have to be reminded of that.
Yeah.
And you know, today's Collage and Connect is very free, very loose. Sometimes we do get very serious and we talk about, you know, specific collage artists or technique. I mean, we could get very serious, but it's just play today. We're on our creative journey together. Where are you going? Ollie's working on something. Just kind of scream down, like, see what you're doing. That's awesome. There we go. The little button I can look and see what people know. Oh, Mark wants to know if we send a copy of it back. Oh. Creative Mornings is the one hosting. You might make it.
Jean, they do send a copy out.
Like the recording? Yeah, check the follow-up email tomorrow. It comes out about 24 hours after the field trip, and there should be a link that you can view for about 48 hours.
There you go, Mel. I answered your question. think I might be close to 12. Never really. I think I have my composition down. I sometimes don't actually finish. We spend an hour playing. I get to a place where I'm like, oh, I really want to, more. And I just don't. Sometimes I'll stay and work a little longer, or sometimes I just, give up.
Okay. You get over there. Get. Here. Silly goose.
You have a cat or a dog? What's going on there?
A kitty.
Hi, Kitty. Kitty wants to play too.
You need a Zoom bomb.
Okay, I hate to say it, but we're getting down to the last 15 minutes or so. I'm Time fly when you're having fun. So, like I mentioned during the beginning, we'll do a little show and tell. If any of you have anything you want to share so far, I'll go first so you get an idea. And those of you who have worked with, have visited here before. All right. So, Megan, if you could zoom in on, what do you call that, spotlight? So everybody can see. And then if you guys want to if you do want to share, raise your hand, and that way we can spotlight you. So you guys can see what I did. Not honestly, I am not done, but I felt like, I've got some fortune cookies for my journey. I've got some sheep to go with me. I don't know. And I got my fancy shoes. And I'm gonna keep working on it. But this is actually quite simple for me. I usually get very, very, very occupied and very busy, but I'm gonna add some paint and some ink. And then I'll post it on our Instagram. So and I'll tag Creative Mornings to share it, because it's fun to share. Okay. Anybody want to share? Anybody ready?
I haven't done a collage since I was at school, but okay, it's happening. But I'm like, I just can you see it? Is it?
Oh yes, yeah. The light is always a problem. Oh, I love that you use text in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
wait a minute. If I do this, is this better? Can you see? No, not really.
That makes it worse. Actually,
that makes it worse. Okay, let me get rid of my lamp.
See, there's this lovely movement.
Wait a second. I'm mirrored. There we go.
Yeah. That's
okay.
Awesome. We see it.
It's awesome.
Are those real leaves or pictures of leaves?
This on the other side, this one?
Oh. Yes.
This is a postcard of a plant that I've just cut up.
Oh, cool.
It's on its side.
Yes, no, it looks great.
But and then just some I couldn't find anything. I came late and I was like, what have I got to rip up? So this is a Chinese film magazine. And then there's some paper.
Oh, that's cool.
Very cool.
And I just colored in the instruction manual for my bicycle helmet in pink, and I'm cutting that up now.
No,
thank you.
That's the beauty of creativity. You become so resourceful. You're tapping into new things. What do we got?
I
look at Deborah.
have one bird not completely done.
Oh, he's so cute.
That's the aluminum pan.
Yes. Oh.
And I'm thinking about using brads to hold it together so the wings can move, but there'll be a wing on this side too. So both sides will be finished. It's just a funky little, kind of naive art bird.
That's awesome. I love
that. I got the idea at another class, Andrea knows. And so I decided to go with it because I really liked the look.
All right, let's see. Nicole has, there you go. Nicole, you're up. You have your hand raised. Wonderful.
Hello. So I took a lot of these are scraps of paper from other art projects I've done. So things I was either stencils or things that I was testing out, drawing these facial expressions. I was testing out different drawing different expressions, and just little scraps from that. And I started putting those together, and then just I've been coloring over top in marker to kind of unify, bring things together. So yeah, I've been meaning to do that for a while. So thank you for the opportunity. This is my first.
Love that you're working in a book, in a sketchbook. That's fantastic. You can play with it further. Nice, thank you. Thank you, Nicole. Hey, there you go. Sharon.
So I have to say I was blown away by the word journey. I realized that a journey can be through the mail, through the mind, a message, a letter, flight by birds or people, the journey of First Nations through the decades. And this little symbol here that we see everywhere, as soon as you put your camera on it, it takes you on a journey to who knows where. So I was just blown away by the expansion of that word.
Oh, wow. I love that you like
That's beautiful.
might went on a journey with that. I love it. Thank you.
It's a good thing that we Megan put the song Journey on.
I know.
Put the song by Journey on, sorry.
Yeah, by journey. Yes. Okay. So let's see who's next. We have, here we go, Deli.
Yes. Hi.
Look at that.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
So this is basically, I mean, unknowingly, I put up a bunch of photocopies that I had from like maps, and these are like animal prints. And to me, journey is like going from point A to point B. So it's not as, metaphoric as other journeys, but it's like more a physical journey. So that's why I put all this stuff together. I don't know. I don't know.
It's beautiful. It's like a mosaic.
Right. Yeah, like the idea was to go from this point to that point, and then these are like, little maps of whatever.
Yes.
Awesome.
I think it's fantastic.
Thank
It's
you.
awesome job. Thank
Love
you.
this.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's see, who else has their hand up? Anybody? Who wants to go next? Anyone? Oh, it
I'll go
says-
next.
Oh, here we go. I do see that hand. Hang on, Kat. Kat has their hand raised. Hi, Kat.
Hi. So I just started looking through magazines to see what jumped out. I'm currently going on a journey, hoping to go on a journey of moving house. So I've got a bit of like how I want it to look and feel when I get there.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, nice.
And happy days. Yes, I love that. It's like a vision board.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Kat. Let's see. Are you moving in town or out of town or across a country?
Yeah, like some other county across the country to be determined.
Wow.
Journey. Let's see. Nisha. Thank you for wanting to share.
Yeah, thank you for holding this. So I found this, this actually looks backwards, but it says, "What will your last wish be?" And I had saved for a while, and then I kind of chose these like more geometric patterns of someone like on a square. I think it was from a National Geographic Traveler magazine to show like the rigid structure of life. And then I had these like mossy rocks and flowers to show the more softness, to see like how you navigate through the journey of life, going through like all these structure. I mean, you were talking about it a little too, right? Like why you get joy out of collaging. So finding joy in the earth, while we have to kind of go through like the matrix in a way. So yeah.
That's fantastic. I love it. And I love it. Is that your handwriting there as well?
No, I just found this in a magazine called Adbuster.
Oh, wow.
I love Adbuster.
Good material. Kind of adding softness to it because it's like a very intense magazine, but it's a really cool magazine. So yeah, I might add some more flowers to it, but yeah, I had fun with this. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Oh, what did I do? Okay, here we go. I have another one. Let's see, Richard. You are on the spotlight, Richard. And
Hey there.
There we go. Hi.
I took some swatches from when I would watercolor. I just decided to cut those pieces up. And so this is just kind of like an imaginary fabulous journey somewhere, or a vision of a journey. And it's all kind of like just cut out and pasted on and just super free. And this has been a really interesting time. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
That's beautiful.
I love the simplicity.
Yeah, I love it too.
Thank you very much.
I always strive to do that, but I never get there.
Well, anyway, thank you for this opportunity. It was so much fun to share.
Thank you so much for sharing. I hope to see you again.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you.
Here we go. I have, oh no, Deli, did you have something else? Your hand is still up. No.
No.
Okay. All right, I'm just going through the list here. Here we go. Kristen, I'm going to spotlight you, Kristen. Hi.
Hello, everybody. So I'll show you my board. Yeah, I know it looks like she's flying, but she kind of is. That's me. Because I had an operation recently. It was really, really tough. So it's kind of like my journey is repossessing my life. And I hope that, it'll give me like something to not just look forward in the future, but it'll be like a push to do something different and to spread my wings like in this butterfly. So I have a lot of words here like energy and keep smiling, because I can't really smile right now, and that really, really bothers me, but I will be able to. So this is my idea behind the journey. It's like my personal journey.
I love it.
Cool. Yes.
Thank you so much. And I love that she's flying.
Yes.
Let's see. I'm going to try to get to everywhere. I know they cut us off at like 12. So let's see if we can get. Hi, Angela. Thank you for joining us.
Hello. My mom, Doris, and I are both doing this together today.
Doris, thank you.
So here's mine, kind of that journey of life and looking through the window into the light. And sometimes you have to go through the dark. And I just love texture and nature and being your best self. So trying to make that happen with great design and getting balanced.
Thank you so much. It's beautiful.
And here's Doris.
Twofer. This studio is a twofer.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to pull it up here a little bit more.
Okay.
Look at
I have
that.
to see it to talk about it.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
Okay. This is an experience I haven't had for a long time, so I thank you for these moments together. I recently went through a major life change, losing my husband and just dad. And so what I'm working on in my life is my interior design. So spiraling inward to process things, spiraling out to the world again in a new format.
Wow.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
That's amazing.
Thank you,
That's
Doris.
so representative. That's beautiful.
And good luck on your journey.
It's there.
Yeah.
Cheers for walking to a new adventure.
Thank you so much. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to hop on to, I can't read it. Anjana? Anjana? I'm sorry. How do you say? Tell me.
It's Anjana.
Anjana. Okay, I was close. Anjana, thanks for joining us today.
It's okay. It's a hard name to pronounce. Yeah, so mine is just like, well, I generally do like watercolor. So
there you go. Yeah, if you hold it in front of you, we might be able to, because it's sort of zooming off on.
Yeah, hold it more in front of like your face or chest. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, wow.
Gorgeous.
Oh, yeah, it's lovely.
I generally like watercolor, so like collage is a little new. I'm like starting to collage a lot just because I like do a lot of illustration in my day job, and I wanted something that would be more like you said, like relaxing and fun. So that's why I just wanted to like see how I could incorporate it. And this is just like a train. And I used to have a lot of train journeys when I was like young, and it used to be really enjoyable. I didn't finish it. My idea was to, so this is like a transparent piece of paper. And the idea was to have like a day scene over here, and then like an evening scene over here. It was like some bits from postcards that I've collected on different journeys that I've been to. So I think I will finish it, but it was really fun doing this with like so many people, and got so many ideas. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us today. All right, I'm going to do one more, and then I know they're going to want to, say goodbye. Megan's going, hi. Let's see. Well, Lane, you're on, Lane. Let's see what you've done. Thanks for joining us today. We have a whole group.
Ooh, that is
really good.
Beautiful.
The train, my goodness.
I love it. Thanks for playing with us today. Wow, what a great, apparently somebody is on a journey on trains, and I love that. What a great use of the word. We're having a hard time hearing you though. The mic's not picking it up, but thank you so much. Thank you for sharing with us. Thanks for being here. Do we have others?
Jean, even though we're a minute past time, do you think we could get Nance as well since she's been waiting?
Oh, sure, of course.
Let's get Nance.
Go for it.
So I worked on two different things. I was teaching a class right when COVID sort of ended. And so everything in the room had been left when everybody left the college. And so there was all these photographs from the dark room. So I was collaging some of them. They're all just, and I was drawing a little bit lines. So just collaging old photographs, cutting them up. And then simultaneously working on black paper that I would make marks on and then just keep them for, I don't know what, like I teach. So I'm always making stuff. So I'm working on two different things, old photographs and chalk and oil stick on paper, old paper.
They're beautiful. Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you for this. It was great today. Thank you.
To see you again. So I'll say my goodbyes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Creative Morning. Megan, for your help with this. And what a wonderful time. I love your sign.
Olivier.
Olivier, man, you're great.
Thank you.
Hi,
Andrea.
Bye, Deborah. Bye, Jody.
Thank you.
Hope to
Thanks
see you.
so
Bye,
much.
Jody.
Happy
Thank
Thanksgiving.
you.
Happy
Thank you so much.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thanks,
Thank you
Jean.
so much.
Bye, ladies.
Thanks again. Thank you, Megan.
Oh, thanks, everyone. What a great experience. I'll close this out in 3, 2, 1. Have a great day.